Welcome, friends of Roommate. In this lesson, we are going to take a look at the photo editing tools within MS Office 2013. And this will be the beginning of some lessons that we will use to explore PowerPoint and start making some presentation programs. So in this first lesson, what we want to do is begin by copying some pictures from my computer located on Student Drive B over to your computer, which is identified by the letter designation E. E is in Edward, which is a large hard drive storage device that's located on your computer. So step number one is to look at your desktop and find the computer icon. And mine happens to be up here in the upper left corner. So what you'll want to do is double click that. And so let's start off by finding your what we call your Thawed Space, and this is where you can save everything. And when the computer is turned off, you won't lose it. It won't be erased. So it's very important that you save all your work, all your pictures here in the Thawed Space. So we'll go ahead and double click that. And then I'm going to move that over to this half of the screen. And next thing you'll want to do is create a new folder. And if you haven't done so already, is to create a folder with your name. And so click New Folder. And mine's popping up way down here in the bottom. So what I'm going to do to make things just a little bit easier, I'm going to start off with the letter A. And I'm going to do that just to force this to to arrange it alphabetically so it'll show up first up at the top there. And so you'd want to go ahead and put your name. I'll go ahead and put my name here. And if I click name, it will rearrange. And there it is showing up here in the top. And then you'll want to double click and go into that and then have this blank space to copy your images. So if you want, you can go ahead and pause the video and do that. Set the video off to the side. Next step will be to repeat that process, except this time we'll want to come over to my computer, which is designated as Student Drive B, our shared computer. And so you will do that once again by clicking Computer, and then move that over to the other half of your screen. And then take a look at these drive designations here, and you are looking for Student THS 08 Drive B. And so we're going to go ahead and double click that. You'll want to go to the current year. In this case happens to be 2015-2016, so we'll go into that folder and then look for classes. And for PowerPoint, what we're going to be using this year is class number 9, PowerPoint 2016. And within this folder, there are the images that we want to use. But what we can do, just to simplify things, is just go ahead and you're going to take this. You're going to take, left click, hold it, drag that over to your Thawed Space, and release it. And let it copy those images over. And it'll take probably about a minute or so, depending on how many of you are doing it at the same time, because I've provided you with a lot of images. There's over 1 gigabyte of images here, so there's quite a bit. You can see it loading up. And so once those are loaded, we can go ahead and take a look at those pictures and let you become familiar with what's located within there. So we'll go ahead and wait for this to load. So at this point, if you want, go ahead and pause the video and take care of that. Get it loaded. Ask any questions as I come around the classroom if you're having any challenges at all. The one thing you want to be really careful of is just to make sure that you're careful to drag this. Make sure you're using the left mouse button so that you don't move these pictures rather than copy them. If you move them, then the next person that comes along to grab them won't be able to get to them. All right, once you've got those pictures copied over, we can go ahead and close the Drive B and go ahead and expand the Thawed Space on your computer. Open up that PowerPoint folder image selection. And so you'll see within here we've got lots of folders with lots of pictures from the lava beds. And so we can go ahead and take a look at these. And so what I'd like for you to do for a few minutes is go through and look at this collection of images. And so you can become familiar with what's there. And then you're going to be selecting some of those in the upcoming videos to be using in your PowerPoint presentation. So the way you would preview these is you could right-click and click Preview. And then once you have a preview, you can preview those images by clicking the forward arrow or the return arrow. And then you can just go ahead and go on through those images. So go ahead and spend some time looking through these images, and in future lessons you'll be making some selections of the images that you will want to use in your presentation.